Hey groupies, what's up? PD here. I know it's the video you've all been waiting for. The 17 thanks reaction, finally here. I know it's taken a long time to get this. I wanted to do it right. Unfortunately, I've been very busy on set filming for 1 in 10,000 in Seoul. And you know what? The more that I think about it, I really want to do this right. So hold on, give me a second. Hey groupies, welcome back. Now that's a lot better. Now for the past 2 months we've been doing reactions outside of the Airbnbs that I've had in Seoul, but now that 17's come back with their repackaged album and another music video, I figured it's time to go back to the studio setup. So we are back in the States, and I am ready to show you guys a brand new side of Form of Therapy. 2017 was a great year for us, and especially the second half was a great year of growth, both for the channel and for me personally. Now 2018, we have a lot of big things in store. I can't talk about everything just yet. I want to actually make those projects and then show them to you, because if you've been around since the beginning of this channel, I have had a goal and a vision for this channel from the very start, but instead of just talking about it, I want to actually show it to you guys. Speaking of showing you guys something, this video is brought to you by 1 in 10,000. 1 in 10,000 is the Korean lesbian short film that I shot on location in Seoul. So take a look.
벌써 얼마나 됐지? 우리들의 인연? 네가 원한다면 영원히.
So yeah, that is something to look forward to. I have more queer films in the works, but anyways, this intro is getting way too long, so let's check out the 17 Thanks music video. This is your form of therapy. Oh my god, that synthesizer. What the hell? Joshua is getting into the habit of starting songs, and I think he's got a great voice for it. Oh my god. This song is taking such an interesting turn. The sudden turn in the rhythm with like that pounding beat is really interesting. Wow, this is very vocal heavy. I thought this would be a very chill song. Oh my god. This is not... Oh my god. Kind of reminds me of the Childish Gambino set for his music video Sober. I feel like they like doing that shot with June a lot. I feel like I see June on the ground a lot. It's interesting how they really bring in the hard beats when the rapper is actually introduced. They did that with Seungchul and Wonwoo earlier too. Whoa, that's Sun Young's voice? Oh my god, that sounded... I gotta say, while Minghao gets pretty shifted on line distribution, I feel like they give him great camera time, as of recently. I felt like 울고 싶지 않아 did really well for him, and this is really great too. Like, I feel like Minghao has great camera presence. It's interesting how they're incorporating their dance movements to sync up with the synthesizer. Also, I feel like this is the most we've gotten from Seungkwan in a long time. It's kind of like great to hear his vocals again. I'll talk about it later. Oh wow, I feel like that's like the first time I've seen Wonu since the beginning. Seventeen takes their repackaged album songs quite seriously, and sometimes they kind of upstage the previous song in terms of tempo and perhaps even hype. I mean, when I was in Korea, I talked with a couple Koreans about like how they sort of got to hear of 17, and a lot of them, for them, was actually through Aju Nice. Aju Nice did more for 17's notoriety in Korea than Pretty You did, and Pretty You was the main album title track, but it was Aju Nice, the follow-up repackaged album, that somehow got them way more notoriety. And I think it's because with Aju Nice, it was very different. Harken back to like those old Sinatra type days, you know, the brass in it was very confident. So it was something that hadn't been heard in a while, and because they were so confident, I feel like when people heard it on speakers and the radios, and listen, after being in Korea, K-pop is played everywhere. Like, you kind of can't escape it. No matter how new the release is, it is playing. Now, this was very, very interesting because I thought, you know, with the song title like 고맙다, and I saw the thumbnail, it's warm lighting. They went with the yellow tones. So I thought, oh, this is going to be like a soft song, right? This is going to be like 웃음꽃. This is going to be the smile flower of repackaged songs. And no, I would say this is like a way more intense version of 울고 싶잖아 or 모자를 쓰고, you know, Without You. I don't know if it beats Clap in terms of intensity, but I do feel like the dance is somehow way, way, way more intense than Clap itself. Clap had a lot of swagger to it. That's the thing. Clap, it was very confident, it was very powerful, but something about this, while Clap was powerful, the choreography was a lot more explosive. It was a lot more fast and sharp. And let's talk about some of the highlights here. Let's get it out of the way. Chong'an didn't sound like Chong'an, and that is fantastic news. And they are giving him way more responsibility in their songs. And Chong'an, I think where he shines, and I think they're sort of figuring out where he shines as well, is that Chong'an's falsettos are really piercing. You know, Chong'an in the vocal unit, unfortunately, is not their best singer. It's a tie between Seungkwan and DK, and then it's Woozi, and then Joshua has improved a lot. Joshua was not that great when they debuted, and then he improved astronomically. Joshua is fantastic. And Chong'an, while he has improved, I would say has not improved as much as Joshua has. So with that said, I would always rank Chong'an last, even if he is my favorite. But I will say they are sort of finding the role that Chong'an can play, and he's doing that same sort of falsetto he did in 울고 싶잖아, which he did here. Even if you think about Clap, the part he got in Clap was a rap part, and that was sort of like very like up there in terms of the pitch. So I feel like Chong'an, while he's not like your most reliable player to belt out like crazy vocals, I think he can be useful like sort of like this as a specialty vocalist. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that he got really noticeable lines and he got some great camera time. And speaking of great camera time, like I said, Mingao had a good chunk right there in the middle. And Mingao, it's really interesting because he was like this shy little bun when they debuted, and now he's like becoming so confident. And I feel like every time he's on camera, it was very apparent in 울고 싶잖아, like he sort of like has this smolder, and he's like sort of like grabbing your attention. Like he has great camera presence and he has a great charisma about him. Obviously, going to Diamond Edge last year, I think anyone who was at Dallas will tell you that Minghao was sort of like he was like sort of like the cool one. During High Touch, he was just like in the back, just like chilling, but like very, very casual. It's hard to describe, but like you almost might have missed Mingao even being there if you weren't really paying attention. Like that is how just like chill and like sort of like more casual he's become. So that's pretty cool. I feel like this had a lot of Seungkwan and DK vocals, and I feel like Woozi didn't get a lot, but like I saw him more. Like he got more line distribution than most of their other songs. But Seungkwan and DK definitely made a big comeback here. Seungkwan and DK for the past few comebacks have taken a huge step back, and that's a great thing because we know that they're the best vocalists, vocalists, but they made a lot of room for the rappers, and they made a lot of room for their own vocal unit members and for the performance unit to sing as well. So Seungkwan and DK taking a break was a great way for 17 to grow as musicians and singers. But I remember why now Manse was such a great song, and it's because of the extremely powerful and crisp and clean vocals that Seungkwan and DK just like constantly delivers. So this was very well done, and I found that the rap was very well implemented. It was interwoven very seamlessly. I did like how this song, it was like I say about many songs, it was a journey. It was not stagnant. It was all over the place. I mean, this song, it starts off really, really warm and soft and chill, and then when the rappers come in, they add in that really, really heavy beat. It's almost jarring how heavy it is, and it's really, really fast too. You know, the tempo is really, really fast, and it feels like it's building up something crazy. And then instead of like going off into the chorus, which is typically what they would do at the climax, they go into the pre-chorus, which is like this chill, calm, steady melody, and then boom comes the drop. You know, 17 is diversifying themselves into EDM a lot more, but they are not falling into the trope of the typical American style EDM that's going on right now. They are implementing like a lot of more dance and electronic heavy stuff. So I really, really appreciate this. I mean, I think on an aesthetic level, the music video was shot very gorgeously. It had very warm tones, not just in the color, but in the camera work as well. You know, a lot of this was supposed to look like it was film, you know, like not like 35 millimeter, but clearly a lot of this, you know, it's called Director's Cut, the album. You know, a lot of this, I can tell that this was meant to be more film-like. And I like how it looked like it was a behind-the-scenes video and a music video at the same time. That is very clever. They towed the line here between being a cheap music video and being an expensive mainstream music video, which is very smart and which was very well done. You saw that part where Seungchul, he's got the papers and he's just like rapping, and like Wonu doing the same thing, and like everyone's singing, practicing, getting their makeup done. A lot of that could have looked very cheap, but it did not. It looked like it was purposely intentionally shot for that film. And so despite looking like a behind the scenes documentary style type video, it still was an extremely high caliber of quality. So yeah, I'm excited to listen to this again, and I'm excited to check out the rest of the songs from the Director's Cut album. I believe it's 2 or 3 new songs, one of them being the Joshua Cholan duet. But yeah, I am super excited. But tune in for the Director's Cut reaction, guys. It's coming soon. Anyways, what did you think of Kumapda by 17? Did you love it as much as I did? How do you think it compares in comparison to their previous title tracks, or even their previous repackaged title track like Aju Nice? Let me know in the comments below. Also, thank you to our monthly patrons. I am back in America, which means we have brand new perks coming very, very soon. I'm going to be holding a meeting with my crew, and we're going to be figuring all that out. But if you want to support us, I am now going full-time, and it's scary, but I could use your help. And so if you want to support me and this channel, you can go to patreon.com/formatherapy, and for as little as $2 a month, you can pledge and you can get access to different perks, early access to videos, and yeah, it's gonna be exciting. But if you can't help us out monetarily, why don't you go ahead and just click like down below? It helps us out a lot. Really, it does. You might not think it does, but it really does. But anyways, if you can help us out, you can also just go ahead and click subscribe up here, get some merch down here. We have a brand new logo design out, or just go ahead and watch any of our other reactions over here.